skin changes and hair changes that can accompany menopause. We're going to cover what those are in today's video, and I'm going to be giving you some tips and suggestions for how to prepare for those changes and tweak your skincare routine accordingly. But before getting into the video, I want to take a moment to thank today's video sponsor, Sleep & Glow. We spend a lot of time these days focused on improving the look of wrinkles, buying products that are going to address wrinkles related to sun damage and aging, but products don't address a particularly annoying type of wrinkle, sleep wrinkles. Sleep wrinkles, as well as morning puffiness, caused by the repetitive pressure of your face up against your pillow as you sleep at night. Now, these depressions, they take a while to fade away. Nothing's more frustrating than having this involved nighttime skincare routine only to wake up with morning puffiness and sleep creases because you have been sleeping on a pillow that's not very supportive with your face squished up against it. You'll see these perpendicular lines like around your eyes, on your forehead, around your mouth. They run perpendicular to the expression lines. It can be a source of frustration as you're getting ready in the morning, putting on your makeup to have that morning puffiness and those sleep wrinkles. Garden variety pillows, they don't offer the kind of support to minimize that constant pressure on your face. But Sleep & Glow's patented Omnia pillow offers a solution to sleep wrinkles. Its unique shape really cradles the sides of your face so that you don't have that constant pressure. See here, there is this cradle here. So when you sleep, your cheek is suspended. As you can see here, see how my hand fits right under here? My cheek skin is comfortably suspended and it's not constantly being squished all night. So the end result is you wake up looking more refreshed with less morning puffiness. I have been sleeping with the Sleep & Glow pillow for a few years now. This past year, I've done quite a bit of traveling here and there. I always notice a huge difference in the quality of sleep that I get, as well as the look of my face the following morning when I'm traveling and I don't have my Sleep & Glow pillow with me. It's made a huge difference. I'm telling you, when I wake up, there's no morning puffiness, there are no sleep creases when I have my Sleep & Glow pillow. The thing about the sleep creases and the morning puffiness is it's rooted in your pillow. It has nothing to do with the products that you put on your skin or the lifestyle habits. It's really a source of frustration, especially when you put all this time and effort into your skincare routine and taking care of yourself. You wouldn't think that something as simple as your pillow is a source of major frustrations in terms of the appearance of your skin. But trust me, I have seen a huge difference in the way my face looks when I sleep with the Sleep & Glow pillow in comparison to a garden variety pillow. It's made of high quality memory foam that adapts to your weight and heat to mold to the shape of your face, neck, shoulder girdle to comfortably cradle you. It adapts to you. The pillow was designed in collaboration with orthopedists, so a lot of advanced input went into the design of this pillow. It's not just a garden variety pillow. Concavities are designed to cradle and support your head, your neck, your shoulder girdle, and your face for optimal comfort for a good night's sleep. It's an upfront investment, but the pillow pays off dividends. Regular pillows, they lose their support very quickly and maybe last a year at the most. The Sleep & Glow pillow will last you 5 years. It also comes with an additional foam layer that you can put underneath the pillow if you want to adjust the height. I'm really confident in it. It's why I strongly recommend it to you guys. But if you're not completely satisfied, Sleep & Glow offers a 30-night sleep guarantee. So if you're not happy, you can send the pillow back and get your money back. They also offer a 3-year warranty on the pillow. Right now, for Black Friday, they are offering you guys 15% off. So get one for yourself and a friend. They make great gifts. Sale runs November 18th through the 28th. In your 40s and 50s and with menopause, you may start to notice age spots. The medical term for these, solar lentigos, these are brown to tan spots that are related to sun damage. They often appear on the face, the neck, the chest, backs of the hands, the forearms, anywhere where you have had a lot of sun exposure. But you can also develop a lot of other spots, brown spots, that may be pre-skin cancers. This is the age when those start to appear, as well as skin cancers. If you have a history of getting a lot of sun exposure, many sunburns, or if you've ever used a tanning bed, I strongly encourage you to get in the habit, if not already, of examining your skin on a regular basis. I have a video, which I'll link down below in the description box, as to how to do a self-skin check. So definitely look into that video so you know what to look for and how to do a proper self-skin exam. And I do recommend protecting your skin from the sun using a broad spectrum sunscreen. This will not only help in preventing more sunspots from appearing, but it also will help in fading existing sunspots, because when you have protection from those UV rays, there's no longer that stimulus for those cells to remain hyperactive, and therefore those spots can begin to fade. Sunscreen also can help reduce the risk of skin cancer. If you have a spot you're concerned about, maybe it's new, it's changing, you're not quite sure, don't hesitate to contact your healthcare provider, have them look at it, possibly refer you to a board-certified dermatologist. There are a lot of things that appear on the skin that look like nothing, look like maybe just a sunspot, that could actually be the beginnings of a skin cancer. Better to get it examined and verified and checked early. The longer skin cancers go untreated, the more involved the treatment has to be, the more complicated, the greater the risk for complications and harm. Number 2, easy bruising. Here's the thing, when you go through menopause, estrogen levels decline. In women, estrogen is actually a very important component of building healthy collagen in the deeper layers of the skin, helping with a strong supportive framework. As that signal goes away with declining estrogen levels, your skin is a lot more fragile, more vulnerable to bruising. Now, this isn't going to suddenly appear overnight. It's something that gradually over time you may subtly start to notice. You'll especially notice that the backs of the hands are really vulnerable to bruising. And of course, this is a territory of your body that sees a lot of sun exposure, and the skin here is already thin to begin with. Take extra precaution on your shins, the surfaces that are going to have prolonged contact, to reduce bruising. Number 3 is dry skin. Dry skin is probably the most striking change that people notice early on, actually. The skincare products that you used in the past may no longer serve you. They may be too harsh, they may be too irritating. With age, around the time of menopause especially, the skin loses some of its ability to hold on to water. A lot of people talk about dehydrated skin. The skin, its water binding ability is not quite there, or the way that it was at one time. And the best way to address that is to make sure you are moisturizing. Moisturizers have a combination of ingredients that really help to address this. They have occlusive ingredients that help to reduce water loss from the skin. They have humectants that help aid in hydrating the skin and holding water there in the skin. And they also have emollients to soften and smooth the skin and provide lubrication. Moisturizers should be applied to the skin after bathing. Make sure that you are using mild cleansers, body washes, very gentle with moisturizing ingredients. You don't necessarily need to be using soap on your arms and legs unless you've gotten dirty there. With age, you don't quite have the moisturizing factors that you once did. Your skin is just a lot more vulnerable to the action of detergents and surfactants in cleansers and soaps. You need to be more discerning in terms of your body care products. Check out my videos on moisturizers for dry skin. Another thing you may notice is facial hair. As the female hormone levels decline, well, the male hormones, which we all have, they're more on the scene, if you will. And as a result, you may start noticing facial hairs appearing, because the hair follicles, they are sensitive to those male hormones, and you may get more of what is called terminal hairs, meaning dark, coarse hairs, as opposed to the peach fuzz that maybe you once had in that area. It's probably related to your genetics, underlying sensitivity of the facial hair follicles to those male hormones. Shaving is an option. Be very gentle. As your skin is more vulnerable to dryness, it's also more vulnerable to irritation, including post-shave irritation. If you're going to shave your face, make sure you use a shave cream to act as a barrier. Never dry shave. Instead, make sure that you get the skin wet and the hairs wet before shaving. They're a lot easier to cut. Of course, you could do things like waxing, plucking, threading. Just be aware of the fact that with age, the skin is more fragile, therefore more vulnerable to irritation from these practices. And then of course, there is laser hair removal. Talk to your dermatologist about that. While you may have an increase in hair on the face, unfortunately, you may notice a decrease in hair on your scalp. With age, a type of hair loss starts to become more obvious, and that is female pattern hair loss, otherwise known as androgenetic alopecia. Basically, those hair follicles on your head that are a bit more sensitive to the male hormones. In contrast to on your face, on your scalp, this signal causes those hair follicles to miniaturize and turn into a little baby hair. And this first shows up in the fact that your central part, you may notice, starts to widen. At one point, it was a very thin strip. Now it's getting wider and wider. Many women also experience a receding hairline with female pattern hair loss. See a board-certified dermatologist if you are experiencing hair loss around the time of menopause, or hair loss in general, because hair loss is an umbrella term for a lot of different diagnoses, and they all have their own specific trajectory and treatment approach. The longer hair loss goes undiagnosed and untreated, the trickier it is to get ahead of it and to take control of it. So if you are experiencing hair loss, definitely see a board-certified dermatologist. It could be related to hair shedding, or it could be an autoimmune hair loss. In terms of treatments for pattern hair loss, you have minoxidil that you apply to the scalp. I've got videos on that. If you're a candidate, you may also be prescribed oral minoxidil, which can be quite effective in the right patients. I have a whole video explaining oral minoxidil for hair loss. Definitely check that out. Of course, there's low-level laser therapy. Coping with hair loss, and you want some more information on the treatments that we offer for particular types, I've got a lot of videos here on my channel. And of course, number 6, wrinkles. Wrinkles become more obvious in our 40s, 50s, and with menopause. As the female hormones start to decline, the production of collagen goes down. Repair of collagen is not quite as robust. You also start losing elastin in the skin, which gives the skin snap and recoil. Women lose about 30% of collagen in the first 5 years after menopause. Thereafter, the decline is a bit slower. They lose about 2% per year for the next 20 years. Because of this, you will start to notice the formation of wrinkles, especially in sun-exposed areas, because sun damage destroys the collagen further. So that's really where those deep wrinkles are going to start to appear. Again, I do recommend strongly protecting your skin from the sun by wearing a broad spectrum sunscreen on a daily basis to protect the collagen that you have from UV damage. Also, rein in other sun protective behaviors when you are outside, like wearing a broad brimmed hat, sun protective clothing, and not staying out in the sun too long, seeking shade. Just because you have wrinkles and you are up there in age, and maybe in your younger years you were an avid sun worshiper, it doesn't mean that it's too late. Sun protective behaviors at any age can portend benefit. Don't smoke. If you have been a smoker your whole life, it's never too late to quit. I strongly encourage anyone to quit. Not only can it be tremendously beneficial for the health of your skin and your collagen and wrinkle trajectory, but also for reducing the risk of heart attack, lung disease, cancers, stroke. Excessive consumption of alcohol can age your skin quite a bit, contributing further to the formation of wrinkles. Pay attention to your diet. Make sure you're getting fruits and vegetables. Make sure you're getting good quality sleep so that your body can heal and repair the collagen that you have. And try and get some exercise. Improvement in circulation is really helpful for the function of the immune system. All of that is key for healthy skin. Of course, when it comes to your skincare routine, if you haven't already, you might consider incorporating a retinol, which you can buy over the counter. Retinols, when used regularly, they can help improve collagen in the deeper layers of the skin. There's also prescription strength retinoid, like tretinoin, has the most body of research to support its use for treating wrinkles. Number 7 is you may start noticing that your face has changed. This can come in the form of jowls, saggy skin. It's more than just the change to your skin. It's actually changes that occur to the bone. You lose bone with age, as well as redistribution of fat, the underlying ligaments. All of this contributes to sag, especially in 3 key areas. You get descent of the cheek. You also get downward pull around the mouth. That's referred to as the marionette's line. And you get a descent of volume down from the upper face to the neck area. And so with that, you may notice more prominent hollows, jowls, saggy skin. Skincare products, they don't tackle this. They're not going to build bone back up. They're not going to fill in where fat has moved around. They're not going to do that. It's going to be cosmetic procedures in that case, things like filler, a facelift. You may also notice that the tip of your nose starts to droop, and therefore your nose can appear longer. Check out my video on how your face changes. I go into a lot more detail in that video. Number 8, acne. Really frustrating to suddenly have acne in your 40s and 50s, but it definitely can appear. Maybe you had acne as a teenager and it went away. Maybe you've never had acne before, or maybe you've just always had acne and you're like, Why has it not gone away at this point? In adult women in their 40s and 50s and with menopause, there is a large hormonal component to the acne. As the female hormones decline, the androgens are seen in the skin. That leads to seborrhea, more oiliness, and that can lead to breakouts. Often for whatever reason on the jaw area, the chin, but really anywhere in the face. I've said this before, all acne, regardless of your age or gender, is hormonal. There is an underlying hormonal component to it. But in adult women, the hormonal component is definitely often a key driving factor. Over-the-counter acne treatments certainly can offer some benefit, but they don't address the hormonal component. So you may not see complete improvement with using the over-the-counter stuff. Over-the-counter treatments like salicylic acid, the retinoid adapalene, and benzoyl peroxide, they certainly can be beneficial for acne in this age category, but again, they're not going to target that hormonal component. You may need to see your dermatologist and have prescription treatments that really address that underlying hormonal aspect. A lot of the over-the-counter acne treatments, they can be very drying, although I have to say in recent years, I think a lot of advancements have been made in what is available over the counter. Like the benzoyl peroxide you may have used as a teenager, and you may be afraid to go back to that ingredient, you may find that they have really tweaked the formulas of benzoyl peroxide a lot over the years, and we have a lot better options that are less drying. I mean, it's still a drying ingredient. It's still an ingredient that can be irritating, especially in the 40s and 50s when our skin barrier is not quite as hardy and we're more prone to irritation. But overall, a lot of these products have come a long way in terms of being less irritating. Number 9 is you may find you are a lot more vulnerable to rashes, irritation, sensitivity. Again, our skin barrier, it's not as hardy as it once was. Ceramides, which are fats found in our skin barrier, the levels of those start to decline with age, making you more prone to water loss, dryness, and irritation. So if you're somebody who loves trying out products, you may find that, gosh, I just don't tolerate new products, I get irritated easily. This could be why. Consistent use of a moisturizer becomes a more important aspect of your skincare routine because it's going to help protect the skin and minimize water loss. Ultimately, that will help reduce irritation, especially if you apply the moisturizer at night. Our skin is already more likely to lose water as we sleep, so applying moisturizer at night before you go to bed is very helpful. To not only address the dryness, but to help with irritation, consider a humidifier for your bedroom at night. It can likewise help with the increased dryness and symptoms of sensitivity like burning, stinging, redness, and developing rashes more readily. Last but not least, number 10 is slower healing. I think this is especially important for you to have a grasp of understanding on as you move into your 40s and 50s, is that the skin doesn't heal as quickly as it once did. Turns out hormones, the estrogens, are really important for proper skin healing. You may find that minor scrapes and cuts don't heal as quickly. And because of that, they are more at risk for infection. So if you do sustain a minor cut or injury, wash the area with soapy water and or sterile saline, which you can purchase at the drugstore. And then pat dry the area, apply some petrolatum to act as a skin protectant, and keep the area covered with a bandage until the skin heals. Also keep it out of the sun. UV rays, they actually slow down healing even further. Being proactive when you get a cut or scrape, it really can make a huge difference for you, especially in your 40s, 50s, and beyond, when the skin is a lot less robust at healing. And location really matters. Where you sustain a cut, some areas of the body are notoriously slow to heal to begin with. So with age, it becomes an even more pressing issue. For example, the shins, the lower legs, very, very difficult to heal that area. All right, y'all, so those are 10 ways in which your skin and hair changes with menopause. Things to know about approaching your 40s and 50s and how you may need to tweak your skincare practices, and just approach your skincare in general, not just for anti-aging benefit or to not have wrinkles, but really to keep your skin healthy. It's an organ system, so you want to keep it healthy just like all of your other organs, your heart, your lungs, your brain. So I hope this video was helpful to you guys. A big thank you to Sleep and Glow for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to check them out. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.